Ma'am, please start.
Okay, thank you, madam.
Come again.
Good afternoon, all. So, myself, Dr. Preeti Mamgai, already madam has shared my brief data regarding myself. Earlier, I was working in Central Arid Zone Research Institute in Bikaner, and the headquarters were in Jodhpur. And after 5 years working in that institute, I was shifted to Atari, Ludhiana. So today in this 21 days program, I would be discussing role of farmer producer organization in enhancing farmers' income. I can see many of the participants are from KVKs and they must be knowing about farmer producer organization. But many participants may be from the other research institutes or state agriculture universities. So they might not be knowing much about this farmer producer organization. And the KVK participants who are with me, they can also ask any question regarding this because they might be working in many programs regarding this, like KVK Uttarkashi, they are already working with some farmer or producer organization and already many KVKs because now ultimately the funds are being provided to KVKs to form the farmer organization by NCDC. So today I would be giving a brief information about what are FPOs, how they are helping in the formation of farmer producer organization and how it will enhance the farmers income. So a little bit of background about the Indian agriculture sector. As we already know that the farms, especially in North India, they are small and fragmented land holdings, low growth rate, and climate is changing very fast. Marketing of produce is difficult for small farmers. Then regular investment is required in agriculture, and there is rising wages and scarcity of agriculture labor, lack of mechanization, especially in hilly areas, inadequate storage facilities for the small farmers, and inadequacy of institutions for trainings and other those things, and marketing also, and lack of diversification, especially in North India, we go for rice and wheat only. So it would be difficult to maintain such system because the soil is deteriorating day by day because due to lack of diversification. The problems of majority of the farmers that they are through small farm size, which is less than 0.5 hectare. So majority of the farmers in India, they are almost small farmers and they do not have volume individually, both input and produce to get the benefits of the economies of scale. And smallholders or small farmers, they are especially vulnerable to the climate change. Recently, from 15th of March till 4th of April, we saw a great climate change because the climate deteriorated during this week, and mostly the wheat and the rapeseed mustard, which was highly affected due to the climate vagaries recently during the year 2023. So the small farmers, they bear a lot rather than large farmers. So they still continue to suffer from market uncertainties as they get less remuneration for their produce, and they are also they do not get much compensation from the government institutes or government agencies because due to the small land holdings, and those institutes tend to favor large farmers because they get large support, large subsidies from the government agencies and food corporations. So how we can say who are the small farmers? These are the seasonal producers. These are the they are fragmented buyers and suppliers, and they are unable to exploit the changing of the economy regarding the agriculture, and they are dominated by household economics where functions such as consumption, investment, work, and social activities are undifferentiated. These are some of the small constraints in agriculture marketing, because whenever the produce is there for the farmer, it becomes very small, especially small farmers, it will become difficult for marketing for them because they have small marketable surplus, presence of large number of intermediaries in the markets, in the mandis, large and multiple marketing channels will be available. Then the farmers, they have inadequate transport facilities to transport their produce to the mandis. they have improper warehouse system so that they can store their produce, and then they can sell during when there is a lean period and their demand is more. They do not have this warehousing system. Then there is lack of standardization and grading, especially in mandis. And the farmers, they don't have the market information that when to bring their produce to the market so that they can get remunerative price for their produce. So ultimately, these farmers, they have to organize in their own support system through extension people, through forming their own organization to access information, advice, and support on production marketing to have better income through the organization of their own, and then they will have better bargaining power and bulk buyers for their produce and bulk suppliers for their inputs. So it is time to reorganize them, these small farmers, to the producer organization and enhance their capacities to produce a much wider range of services so that they get good income for their produce. So these are the farmer producer organization. I would be discussing that what is the farmer producer organization and how they are helping ultimately to enhance their income. These producer organizations, these are the legal entity of primary producers, maybe milk producer, fishermen, weavers, rural artisans. And now they can be a producer company, a cooperative society, or any legal form which is formed for sharing of profits and benefits among its members. And one type of producer organizations is there where members are the farmers. Farmers only who are the primary producers, they are the member of this producer organization. And this organization is a group of farmers with special interests and concerns for its members with set of bylaws and rules. And this group of farmers, this producer organization, these can be between 15 to 20 members at the village level. And these are the farmer interest groups or FIGs, or there may be community interest groups, they may be called CIGs, and they can be building associations for appropriate federating point, maybe farmer producer organizations. What are the essential features? Because before going to the producer organizations, what are the essential features of the farmer producer organization? It is a registered body, and producers are the shareholders in the organizations. They deal with the business related activities of the primary produce. They work for the benefit of the member of the producer farmers, and a profit is shared after the sale of the produce. A profit, some percentage of profit is shared among the producer farmers, and rest of surplus is added to the business expansion so that the organization may work. And whatever the members who are like the accountants, the person who are helping in building the company, their pay is added to them. So the surplus, whatever money or whatever funds are generated, some are given in the pay and other are given for the business expansion. And I would also like to give some brief information. What are the characteristics of FPO? They are the minimum authorized capital for incorporation of FPO should be rupees 5 lakh. And such organizations are authorized to raise the share capital through memorandum of understandings, or these are the terms for the farmer producer organizations or memorandum of association at the time of conceptions. So there cannot be any government or private equity in the farmer producer organization, and they cannot be public or deemed public limited company, and they can work in any area, any part of the country. They can have operations like farmer producer organization. And minimum number of producers for starting the farmer producer organization is minimum 10, and the minimum number of person to form a farmer is 10, and it may be more than 10, but minimum less than 10, this organization cannot be formed. But there is no maximum limit for maximum number of members, and it can be increased according to the need or as per feasibility of the organization. Agriculture based of PO is Minimum 200 to 500 farmers with at least 800 to 1200 acres of agricultural land is a good size for starting during the initial years to make it economically viable, and it can be increased up to 2000, 5000, 10,000 as the organization grows, or as the members who are already the minimum the core members of the FPO. It depends upon them that how much members they can incorporate so that the organization can grow easily. And FPOs in enhancing income. How the FPOs are helpful in the increasing the small farmers? They can enhance productivity, because as the small farmers they come together, they can enhance their productivity. They can ensure a competitive market and higher farmer profits, because they can directly deal with the person who holds in the wholesale market, or they can directly deal with the RTs who are prevailing in the mandis, and they can get higher profits because they get larger produce. Similarly, they can, if large number of farmers are there in the group, they can have more number of inputs at very low price, and they can get good quality inputs, because due to large number of farmers, they can have good association with agencies who are dealing with the good quality of inputs, and in low amount of input and large amount of returns. They can also ensure market linkage for backward and forward integration. Forward is for marketing and backward is for inputs or storage, or any pesticide, or any other things, whatever is required for agriculture purposes, they can provide to the farmer, producer organization. And additional employment can be generated due to increased intensity of farming, because the farmers, if they will get good inputs, the produce will be more, so that more persons can be employed to transport the produce to the markets or to the warehouses, so that they can get good price for their produce. And if the labors there are going to the larger areas, so better wages can be provided, and the migration which is happening especially in northern hills, it can be reduced, because the farmers may able to get good price for their produce. And how FPOs are enhancing social values among farmers, because due to increase in income, there would be reduced social conflicts, and technology absorption will be there, because there is a linkage between the farmers and the state agriculture universities, ISCR institutes, and other private agencies who are working in agriculture. The technology can be disseminated directly to the large number of farmers at one time through the FPOs. So technology, it can be and technology adoption will be done more easily, because large number of farmers in same organization, they are readily to uptake the technology, because the farmers, they believe in seeing and believing. So the farmers will easily observe the technology whatever the institutes are providing, so that they can improve their production. And as a result of increased income, there would be a positive health and nutrition impact on the consumer, especially the farming families. And with the increase in income and increase availability of inputs, or increase in the social strata, there would be improved educational status of the children of the farming families, and the farmers, they can have more bargaining power, because as they have large produce and good produce, and almost there would be grading and standardization, so the mandi people, they can have good marketing of their produce, and the purchase of the inputs, they can be purchased at low cost, and marketing can be done at higher cost, with the formation of farmer producer organizations. You can see the map that with the increase with this social impact, there would be positive impact on all the things, with the joining of the farmers to the farmer producer organization. Next, how the various agencies, they are helping in promotion of producer organization, like NABARD. The first and foremost, NABARD was there, who is funding the farmers in other projects also, but they started their funding the producer organization through Krishi Vigyan Kendras and other related agencies, in which the minimum amount was 25 lakh for each producer organizations. Then SFAC, Small Farmers Agribusiness Consortium, is there, who is specially helping farmers and for making farmer producer organization. A minimum grant is rupees 10 lakh for the forming the farmer producer companies. Then there are many poppies, farmer organization promoting institutions who are hand holding, and many Krishi Vigyan Kendras, they are also acting as poppy for formation of producer organizations of farmers, and then retaining these, then sustaining these farmer producer organizations. Then there are government departments like NCDC, and already I have discussed the Krishi Vigyan Kendras, who are helping out in formation of Krishi Vigyan Kendras. And this NCDC, recently this has come out, an equity grant of up to 25 lakhs is being given through KVKs for formation of FPOs or CBBOs, cluster based business organizations. Then there are corporate sector like Tata Trust, who is also helping in building the farmer producer organizations. Then international aid agencies are also there, who are not only providing financial, but they're also providing technical support like capacity building of farmers, or providing some inputs to these producer organizations, so that they can help the farmers to improve their income and improve their marketing of their produce. Then how producer organizations can be registered? They can be registered under Cooperative Acts, Multi-State Cooperative Acts, and Producer Company Act, which is mainly this act is being used by formation of producer companies by many FPOs which are running currently in our country. And then Section 25 Company Act of Indian Company in 1956, which was in which the Section 8 was amended in the year 2016. Then there is Society Act, Society Registration Act, which was started in the year Indian Trust Act of 1882. What are the activities for farmers these producer organizations are taking? Like procurement of inputs at very low cost, quality inputs, quality control is there. Then they are disseminating marketing information to the farmers, dissemination of technology and innovation, I have already discussed with you. Then facilitating finance for inputs, aggregation and storage of produce, which is very difficult for the small farmers. Then primary processing like grading and cleaning, and marketing to the institutional buyers, so that they can at one time they can sell their produce to the institutional buyers who are offering much higher price than the mandi people, and they are also into export of the produce. Many farmer producer organizations, they are into export of the agriculture produce. Besides this, I have given a small in brief that services provided by FPOs are financial services, procurement and packaging, marketing, even insurance, technical and networking services. Different agencies are networked together, not only for marketing but also for inputs, so that the farmers, they don't go door to door for purchase of inputs. What are the important factors should be kept while facilitating formation? Then the main factor for produce formation of is type of small scale producers in the target area, and volume of production, and socio-economic status and marketing arrangement. Then there should be sufficient demand in the existing market to absorb the additional production without significantly affecting the prices. Then willingness of the producer to invest, because many producers, many small farmers, they are not able to come together. They are hesitant because they don't know that when they are coming together, they may gain or they may face failures in their produce. And even for adopting new technologies, new innovations being provided by state agriculture universities and ICR, they are only those producers who are willing to come, they can form producer organizations. Then there is the challenges in market change and market environment. And then already many cooperatives have been failed earlier also. The farmers, they are very hesitant to join these groups, and previous experiences of collective actions, and then key commodities, processed products or semi-finished goods demand by what are the demand by the major retailers and processing companies. Only those goods or commodity interest groups can be formed together to form producer organizations. Then there should be enough support from government departments, NGOs, specially supporting agencies, private companies for giving incentives, and also to the farmers, and also the capacity building of farmers, so that they can form farmer producer organizations and they can enhance their income only by coming together. Because small farmers, they cannot improve or enhance their income without coming together to form groups. Only then they can improve their income. Then what is the optimal size? It is desirable to have farmer producer organizations for farmers, but at least the land should be at least 1,000 to 4,000 hectares, and the producer organizations, they can be in one or two continuous gram panchayats. Only then large number of farmers can come together and management also become easy. The number of farmer producers that need to be covered may be approximately 700 to 1,000. Only then, when large number of farmers will be there, then the produce will be large, and the bulk buyers will be there for buying their produce and giving their whatever the demand the farmers they give, then they can get the price for their produce. And cost of managing the producer organization is 2 lakh per month or 4 lakhs per annum, minimum amount for running a producer organization. Because first the farmers, they uh, they mm, uh, they submit their income, they give their income to farmer organizations. Until and unless they contribute themselves, they cannot start their organizations. Only then the government agencies, they come forward, and then they start giving them the amount for starting the organizations. Then market selected for producer organizations should be minimum within 200 kilometers, so that they can marketing becomes viable, marketing becomes easy, and they can reduce their inputs for sending their produce to the markets. Only then the farmers can get their income within the periphery of 200 kilometers. Then I would also like to tell you that the farmer producer company is between cooperative societies and private limited company. It is the midway. The government has formed an act which is between the cooperative societies and private companies, because earlier the cooperative societies were running, but there was so much failures that government enacted an act of farmer producer company. And this company also enables in cooperation of cooperatives as companies, conversion of existing cooperatives into companies, and it has a unique element of cooperative companies as well as producer company. And the first Indian organic farmer was started in the year 2004. This first company. And there are different types of producer organizations. I have already told you. Then there are grower organizations, the user organizations, like the commodity grower organizations, which are mostly functional in and which are very successful. Grower associations in India are Maharashtra State Growers Association, and then there is the user association, watershed management, community forest management. This was started by Orissa Farmers Management Irrigation Act. This was started by the farmers of Orissa for irrigation and community of farmers participation, so that they can irrigate their land. The rainfed farmers, they can get irrigation for their crops, and they came together to form the community of watershed. Then they are farmer interest group. I have already told they are self-managed independent group of farmers. They were promoted by Atma at block level and village level, and so that these groups can have technology generation, dissemination, because large number of farmers are there, and they are represented by farmer advisory committee, and the Atma is directly dealing with it, and the Atma can directly form the farmer producer organization of these groups, because the farmers, they have same commodity and they can easily market at the market level. Then farmer clubs are there, the NABARD has assisted, and almost the farmer clubs, they can be formed to farmer clubs, the self-help groups. There are already being run, and the NABARD is already assisting farmer clubs and self-help groups. And I have 54,000, around about 55,000 are almost running in the country. But these can be financially supported and assisted through NABARD or SFAC or any NCDC for forming the farmer producer organizations. Then these are the steps for promotion of farmer producer organizations, and how they can, the KVKs, the extension workers, they can help in promotion at their level for formation of these, the farmer clubs, the self-help groups, the farmer interest groups, the commodity interest groups, how they can, these can be formed to the farmer producer organizations. Then because many Krishi Vigyan Kendras and many state agriculture universities have extension workers. So ultimately the job lies with these persons who are forming the FPOs at farmer level, because they have local agriculture knowledge and technical research expertise. So they can help in formation of the FPOs, and only then, only they are the working as grassroots levels who can understand farmer easily, and they can form the producer organization and ultimately enhance the farmer income. Because all kinds of farm produce is not equally potential for sustainable business. Only the extension workers, they are have the knowledge of the local district level and what are the demand at the mandi level or at the state level or the district level, what commodities are demanded by the consumers. They have the equal knowledge, so they can assess, they can form the groups of the farmers, so that they can access that what the farmers, which farmers can get their good income from their produce. Then the awareness creation and community mobilization, because the extension people or the KVK people, they are the key persons. They have their own presence, participation, and activeness for success of FPOs, and training of local leaders according to the needs of FPO is important. And the extension people or the KVKs, they know that how they can form the FPOs at the village level. And this is the organizing community meetings, and this is the best platform. Farmers, they can develop roadmap and they dispel all kinds of confusion, and all the issues cannot be solved at the farmer alone. So the KVK personnel or the people working in extension, they come together and they solve the problem of the farmers, and they can also decide that which are the main 10 farmers they can start their organization, and what are the farmers who can join the group, and how successful they can run the group. Then FPOs, already told, they can be registered under Company Act, and less chance to understand, because the farmers, they don't have complete knowledge. Though extension functionaries, they act as a facilitator. They can link with the people who are registering who are doing all the business plan for the FPOs. They provide the linkage for the farmers, and the companies who are dealing with formation of FPOs, they can provide a linkage, and they can start the formation of FPO, and the KVKs, they are main the facilitators or start or acting as the producer, um, uh, promoting institutions. Then they can major challenge of task is the capacity building of the farmers. They can identify the group, they can identify the areas, they can identify that whom farmers have to be taken, what trainings have to be given, and who are the experts who can train the farmers for building the FPOs, ultimately leading to the enhancing the farmers' income. Then they can arrange training of the director of CEO, chief executive officer of the FPO, through communication skills, vision building, and leadership development. The whole the extension persons, the KVKs, can help in developing the FPOs. Then I have developed the skill development programs which are being organized at KVK level for the FPOs, so that they can enhance their capacity, they can enhance their skill, and they can start their FPOs. Many FPOs are being run at KVK level, and like custom hiring center is being run by KVK Amritsar, beekeeping by KVK Bhatinda, and other KVKs also, and like improved processing, scientific cultivation, supply of improved seed and planting material. All these work are being done by the KVKs for the FPOs. Then they are also providing linkage with financial institutions and state level departments, linkage of farmers with banks, then availability of subsidy of farm machinery for developing custom hiring centers, and ease availability of inputs like seed and planting material, then linkage with firms. Private firms are also for brand development, or also and also getting the the funds from NABARD and SFAC. The KVKs are helping out to the farmers for developing these, for developing the farmer producer organizations. Then mobilization and other activities. Then KVK organize also exposure visits of the members of FPOs so that we can successfully run. Then they are also organizing state agriculture universities, local mandis, and state level mandis. Then KVK also conduct method demonstrations and advisory services for the farmers. Then they are developing WhatsApp group of the FPOs, diagnostic visits for the farms of the FPOs, and mobilization of farmers, that more number of farmers they can be added to the FPOs, so that they can the group increases and overall the income of the farmer increase. And KVKs are also developing the publicity material for the FPOs. Then marketing of the whole, and ultimately the marketing of the produce. The KVK, the FPOs, whatever they are producing, they are providing stalls during exhibitions, Kisan Melas, and the self-help groups. The self-help groups are combined together to market the produce of the uh, farmer producer organizations, then marketing with reputed organizations who are working at the district level, then provision of Kisan Hut at mandis with the help of Mandi Board and KVKs, provision of funds under NABARD, opening of rural mart at the KVK level, knowledge of e-commerce provided by the scientists, and also the experts who are dealing with e-commerce. They are called at KVKs, and training is provided to the FPO members regarding how the e-commerce can help them to improve their marketing of their produce. And this is one of the example I would be sharing with my trainees, like Solopur Foods. This is the FPO developed by KVK Gurdaspur, and it was established in the year 2015, and total members, or you are already seeing 314 members, and financial position is around about 30 lakhs. The products are the turmeric powder, honey, and value-added products of vegetable cereals, and they have linkage with 25 self-help groups. And KVK, besides providing technical help, they are also providing the marketplace for this FPO. And this is the linkage I am showing there. These are the 25 self-help groups who are providing the raw produce to this group, and this Solopur Foods, they are packaging, grading, and ultimately selling it to the main consumer for improving the income of these self-help group. Next is KVK Bhatinda, who has formed a very successful Malapur Farmer Producer Organization, and this was started in the year 2017. And the total number of farmers who are the members, these are 500, and the financial position is 40 lakhs. And the production and marketing of, they're dealing with honey products, and they're also doing e-commerce with Amazon. You can see their produce. They were provided funds by NABARD for opening the Rural Mart and Kisan Hut at Mandi level by the help of Mandi Board and KVK. And this is one of the most successful group of KVKs being run by KVK Bhatinda. Then I would like to share one more most successful group of our KVKs, Jeevamrit. This is from the KVK Haridwar, and they initiated this farmer producer organization, and this is one of the most successful groups in our zone. This group was started with 10 farmers in the year 2007, and now we have 750 farmers registered under this, and they are producing, they have certified 4,000 ton of organic farmers, and they have different certification from different agencies, even from European Union, and they are dealing with most traditional healthier products produced under this Jeevamrit producer organization, and their produce is almost organic, and they are processed as per international organic and food quality standards. You can see the products, how many products they are: sweeteners to millets and other grains to edible oils and ghee. All the 750 farmers, they are contributing their produce at one place, and then they are being marketed through this FPU. These are the some few products, pictures of some few products like organic honey, organic wholesale cane sweeteners, then Kaju Katli is there, organic healthy Indian sweets, Chikki is there, being produced by this producer organization. And this is, you can see the business impact for the year 2021. Their net earnings were 1.1 crore, their total investments were 2.6 crore, and the total tons were 2.1 thousand metric tons of produce were produced by these farmers, and 12.7 crores was total revenue. You can see the total revenue out of this products, but the net income was only 1.1 crore. So you can see that how the group is growing year by year. And this is the social and environmental impact, the net savings of 20% less of water, and total farming families were 1,300, and the total land which was converted to organic. Already many agencies and even the Prime Minister of India is stressing on natural farming, or you can say organic farming. So almost 1.6 thousand hectares land has been converted to organic, and the carbon saving is nearly approximately 25%, because due to the organic cultivation in this year of 1.6 thousand hectares, the carbon has been added to the soil. So less burning of carbon is there, with less burning of fossil fuel is there. So you can see with the help of this farmer producer organization how they are impacting to the country. This is the growth strategy. The total farmers are 750, villages covered are 19, organic certified land is 800 hectares, dairy business there 50 farmers, beekeepers are there 80 farmers, and you can see the financial growth of these things from 3.27 crore to 8.16 crore, this business. And mostly dairy business are women farmers who are doing the business for this group. Then growth strategy for the coming years. For the year 2022, we can see that by 2026, 5,000 farmers will be there. Total revenue they have projected around about 50 crores. Direct revenue through direct sale to consumers, and 50% less of improved water saving. They and achieve carbon positive by March 2026. This is the growth strategy of this group, and you can see how this group is going. And if anybody wants to visit this group in Haridwar, they can visit and they can talk to the chief executive officer of this group, who is working for the success of this group. And they have many shops, and not only at Haridwar but also at Gurgaon and other. They have retail outlets for selling their produce. Now I would like to share a brief talk of Prime Minister of India with this group, and I hope that all will listen to the talk and see the group how it is performing.
माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी से कुछ किसान उत्पादक संगठनों से संवादित अनुरोध करूंगा। सर्वप्रथम मैं उत्तराखंड से जीवामृत ऑर्गेनिक फार्मर प्रोड्यूसर कंपनी लिमिटेड नामक एफपीओ के सदस्य किसान श्री जसवीर सिंह से को आमंत्रित करता हूं। श्री जसवीर सिंह जी।
जी नमस्ते।
नमस्कार सर। नमस्कार।
नमस्कार, बैठिए, आप बैठिए। जसवीर जी, सबसे पहले आपको और जो भी इस कार्यक्रम में हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं उन सबको 2022 की बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। आपके एफपीओ के नाम में जीवामृत भी है और ऑर्गेनिक भी। इससे ही पता चलता है कि यह ऑर्गेनिक और नेचुरल फार्मिंग में काम करता है। आपने इस तरह की फार्मिंग का ही चयन क्यों किया?
सर, सबसे पहले आपको जीवामृत कंपनी की ओर से और यहाँ समस्त अधिकारी की ओर से हार्दिक नववर्ष की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं। सर, हमारे एफपीओ में जीवामृत, सर हमने स्टार्टिंग में जब हमने जैविक खेती स्टार्ट की तो हमारे सामने सबसे बड़ी समस्या हुई कि अब खेती तो जैविक हमने करनी स्टार्ट कर दी, बट उसमें फर्टिलाइजर और केमिकल सब बंद करने पड़े। तो इसको कैसे हम आगे बढ़ाएं? तो हमने क्या किया सर, हमने जीवामृत घर पे ही बनाया। तो हमने देखा सर, जीवामृत से जब हमने खेती में उसको फसलों में डाला तो मिट्टी में जो जीवांश थे वो जो पहले बहुत कम थे उनकी मात्रा बढ़ी। उनकी मात्रा बढ़ने से तो लगा खेती को आगे जो है उसमें कार्बन की जो मात्रा थी उसमें खेती में वो सर पहले बहुत कम थी। तो कार्बन की मात्रा जीवामृत से हमारी आज की डेट में सर 1% पहले 0.24 थी, आज 1 से ऊपर है। तो इसीलिए सर हमने जीवामृत ऑर्गेनिक कंपनी का नाम भी इसलिए फिर हमने सोचा कि जब हम इससे आपका ये मिट्टी बना सकता है जीवामृत, तो वो अपने जो किसान जो स्वास्थ्य है, जो उससे उत्पन्न अनाज है, जो किसान भाई जो उसको ग्रहण करेंगे, जो आम आदमी ग्रहण करेगा तो उनके जीवन को भी सर वो अच्छा बना सकता है। तो इसलिए हमने अपने कंपनी का नाम भी जीवामृत के नाम से ही रखा। हमने विचार किया।
अच्छा जसवीर जी, आप किस चीज की ऑर्गेनिक खेती करते हैं और कैसे करते हैं?
सर, हम
क्या अपने उत्पादक को किसी एजेंसी से प्रमाणित भी करवाते हैं क्या?
जी सर, हमारी बेल्ट में गन्ने की खेती होती है, तो हम सबसे ज्यादा गन्ने की ही जैविक खेती करते हैं। उसके लिए सर हमने अपनी एफपीओ ने एक प्रोसेसिंग यूनिट भी लगाई हुई है, जिससे किसान भाई जितने भी हमारे सदस्य मेंबर हैं वो अपना प्रोड्यूस अपनी यूनिट में लेके उसको प्रोसेस करते हैं। और सर हमारी जितनी भी ये प्रोडक्ट हैं वो हमारी जो भारत सरकार और राज्य सरकार के अधिकृत एजेंसियां हैं, जैसे नाबार्ड हुआ और केवीके से हमें मदद मिलती है, उसके द्वारा प्रमाणित है। और हमारे जैविक उत्पाद एपिडा के थ्रू और उसोका के थ्रू प्रमाणित किए जाते हैं।
जसवीर जी, आपके एफपीओ ने इन उत्पादों की बिक्री डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की क्या रणनीति अपनाई?
सर, जब हमने जब स्टार्ट किया था ये अपना जैविक उत्पाद, तो हमारी कैपेसिटी सर इतनी नहीं थी। तो मात्र 10 किसानों से स्टार्ट किया था, तो 10 या 15 टन की कैपेसिटी थी। तो लोकल मार्केट में सर भाव नहीं मिलता था इतना बिल्कुल भी। फिर एफपीओ गठन के बाद हमने हमारे जब हमने सर्टिफाई कराया तो हमारी मार्केट में जितनी भी ऑर्गेनिक सप्लायर हैं उनके साथ हमारे एग्रीमेंट हैं। एग्रीमेंट के साथ में हमारा टर्नओवर भी बढ़ा है और हमारे उत्पादों की में उसकी वो आई है सर, डिमांड बढ़ी है। और
अच्छा जसवीर जी, आप अपने एफपीओ के लिए जैव उर्वरक की उपलब्धता ये सुनिश्चित कैसे करते हैं?
सर हमारे जितने भी किसान भाई हैं सब गौ पालन भी करते हैं, पशुपालन भी करते हैं और हमारी खुद की एफपीओ की गौशाला भी है। तो हम जीवामृत अपने गौशाला अपने वहीं पे बना के किसान भाई को डिस्ट्रीब्यूट भी करते हैं और सभी किसान भाई को ट्रेनिंग भी देते हैं जिससे वो अपने घर पे ही जैव उत्पाद बनाकर अपनी फसल में प्रयोग कर सके।
जैसे कि नेचुरल फार्मिंग, प्राकृतिक खेती, आपका प्रयास बहुत ही अच्छा है। पिछले 7 साल में हमारी कोशिश रही है कि हम प्राकृतिक खेती, नेचुरल फार्मिंग और ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग को बढ़ावा दे सके। इसके लिए कई तरह की कोशिशें की जा रही है। इससे कई फायदे हैं। एक तो किसान की लागत कम होती है और उसकी आय बढ़ती है। वहीं मिट्टी को, रासायनिक तथा संगठन के अनुभवों को ज्यादा से ज्यादा जुड़े सभी किसान भाई बहनों को भी मेरी तरफ से 2022 की शुभकामनाएं, बहुत बहुत बधाई।
इसको कैसे करूँगी? Thank you very much. Now the session is open for questions, please. Any queries? तो नहीं हो गया? Yes, session is open. Can you hear me? Any questions, please?
Hello, participants, if you have any questions, please ask the ma'am. Any questions? Ma'am, I think there are no questions. Thank you very much for this session.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.